Happy Sunday, Stampers and Paper Crafters. This is Facebook Live number 315. My name is Joy Borwedge, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in Burnsville, Minnesota, and I have been a demonstrator since August of 1999. I have a really cool card for you tonight. I've showed this a while ago in another Facebook Live, but we are focusing on some things that are retiring, and so get them while you can. Some things are already gone. All right, so I'm going to put you down at the table, and if you get motion sickness or anything like that, just look away, and I'll let you know when I am done fooling around with the camera. And by the way, happy Easter. All right, so hold on. Okay, so we are going to, I always hate this part, because sometimes I can tend to, let's see, turn it the wrong way. Okay, there we go. Turn it. And here we go. Okay. So, I'm not done messing around. We're getting close. I'm trying not to hit any buttons. Okay. All right, so we're just going to squish in, turn the lights on. Hi, Laura, welcome. All right, so I think we're good, right? Okay, so we're going to squish in a little bit. There we go. I think we're good. Okay, so, again, my name is Joy Borwedge. I have an Instagram page at Stampin' for Joy. My online store is stampinforjoy.stampinup.net. PenguinZ33@outlook.com is my email address that you can request the retiring catalogs because we got new ones coming out. So if you request these, then I can send you new ones once I get them in. And then the host code is 2RRBUPMR. And so you can use that host code when you have an order that is over $150 under. Don't use it when you have an order that is over $150. Words are hard. And that way you can receive the hostess benefits. So these two catalogs are retiring. They will retire all at the end of April. And so the products that are on the list are while supplies lasts. There is a list out that is going on sale. I think, let's see here. I have the list here. It doesn't tell me. I think it's like the 6th or the 9th or something like that these lists go active and the sale prices go active. But if there's not a sale price next to it, that means it's while supplies last as well. So if you like something, you better get it. All right. So I did Facebook Live I haven't had a chance to put this on Instagram yet. So this is number 314. And I used the colors featuring Parakeet Party, the stamp set that is called Zoo Crew, and the designer series paper, which is where the alligator came from. And so this is also using the Parakeet Party Baker's Twine, and that's retiring. Also, the gems were colored with the Parakeet Party Stampin' Blends, which made it very easy to change I think it's called gold, but to me it looks kind of cream, into the Parakeet Party. And then the other one, this is featuring all the colors of the in colors that are retiring. And this is Facebook Live number 313. And I did a cool technique using acetate paper on here. And then that's the inside of the little fishies, and they have Wink Stella on them, and that is the inside of the card. Okay, so if you wish to see how these are made, go back to those and check out the hashtag number 313 and 314, and then you'll be able to see how they were made. Okay, so the products that we are using today are tailor-made tags. This is retiring. It's on page 167 in the annual catalog. Then we have the Timeless Arrangement Bundle. It's on page 67. It's in the annual catalog. And then we are using the Dainty Delights. Now, these are coordinating, but they are not a bundle. When they move to the next catalog, that's when the bundle breaks up. So this has already been in a catalog, and when it moved over, it did not have the bundle pricing. So, plus, the 60%, some things are going to be up to 60% off. So, those prices, you don't want to pay bundle prices anyways. You'd rather have the 60% off. So I have a cheat sheet here of the Dainty Dies just to show you what it can do. Now, the product that is over here, so it's the main flowers, they have a die that coordinates with them and it cuts them out. But everything see here on this side, it's all extra and beautiful. I've done several Facebook Lives featuring the stamp set, so you can go back in and check it out. And don't ask me the numbers because I don't know which ones they are. Let me show you the card that we're going to be working on tonight. Okay, it's going to be kind of hard to see, I guess. Sherry, hi. Okay, so this is the rose gold paper, the foil. So apparently it's going to be really hard to see if we can get the light. Okay, so, gosh. How are we going to see that without, there we go. Okay, I guess I'm showing you a really cool technique, but it's just really hard to do it, I guess, on Facebook Live. So that is the foil paper, and the ribbon, the black and white gingham ribbon, is retiring as well. And so I am featuring basically all retired product in this particular card. Okay, so let me show you what we're going to be playing with, and you will get dimensionals or dimensions on that. And the reason why I do this is so then that way if you either A, have part of it, you can recreate this card. So this is a piece of basic black, and it's 5 1/4 by 2. So this allows you to come back and recreate the card. Say, wow, Joy really made a cool card, and I'd like to copy it. So this is the rose gold foil that is retiring. Now, it's 3 pieces, 1 of each, and it is 3 1/2 by 1 3/4. One is just the foil. The other one is a holographic, and then this one is a what's that one called? Brain fart. Gosh darn it, it escapes me. Told you words are hard. Okay, so that's the rose gold file of, and then we have a piece of scrap of the holographic rose gold. And then we have a piece of basic white scrap. And then we have the inside panel for the card. It's technically going this way. And it is 5 by 3 3/4. And then we have the really beautiful Moody Mauve. Now, this is not retiring, but a lot of the products are that contain the colors of the ink colors that were released with this catalog. So that would be anything like designer series paper or embellishments. One of the embellishments that we're using today is the 2023 to 2025 ink color dots. I love these dots. These dots are nice. They have a great color, and they have a really good sheen to them, and they're flat, so they don't make extra bumpy cards for the mailing. So mailing purposes, there's actually two packs in here. So we're going to be using the Moody Mauve for today. Okay, so that is our retiring focus. And let's see here. The first thing that I want to do is take all these off. And I'm going to use my bone folder. Now, I haven't yet received my catalog in the mail yet. I have been anxiously waiting. Apparently, Stampin' Up! Is doing something different with the layout of the catalog this year. And a lot of people are kind of upset. But from looking at it online, in my opinion, I kind of like it. Because if you are new to stamping, the annual catalog that we have, and hi Judy, welcome. The catalogs are kind of, what's the word, shocking if you have never seen a catalog before. And my first Stampin' Up! Party in 1997, basically I was a deer in the headlights because, number one, I am not, you're not going to believe me when I say this, but I am not an artsy person. I am not crafty, and I never thought I was. My sister, on the other hand, she is an artist. So me, I draw funny looking smiley people, you know, smiley face, stick people. You know, I'm not that good at it. So I found a way to unleash my creativity through paper crafting. And I'm trying to make it so that it's less, I want it more straight so that when I stamp it, it's not going to smear. Because when you stamp on foil, okay, you can, we are going to actually stamp on foil. We are going to be using the StazOn ink. And StazOn is, to me, not a friendly ink when it comes to photopolymer. But because the Dainty is a real red, the red rubber. And so StazOn works very well with this. It cleans off with the StazOn cleaner. And I like to use my rubber scrubber. And this is an old one. I marked wet facing one way and then dry is the other way. So this is the cheapest washer and dryer you will ever have. But for my StazOn, what I do is I like to spray it and then allow my stamp to sit there for a few minutes and allow that ink to come off. If you were to use StazOn cleaner on your photopolymer, you're going to basically watch it, maybe not in your first use, but it's going to deteriorate it and it's going to turn into a gooey, gummy mess. So, no StazOn cleaner on photopolymer. So biggest hint right there. So red rubber, no problem. All right. Oh, I forgot to tell you something. Those of you who follow me regularly, we have picked the date for our Stampin' event. Check it out at www.thestampinevent.com. We have June 29th. The church has been reserved. So check it out and register when it's available. I actually don't know if that's available right now, but we picked the date. And we picked our stamp sets today. So woohoo! I'm getting excited. Okay, so anyways, I am going to grab my Stampin' Pearson mat, and I'm actually going to sit down for this part just because I want to make sure that I am getting a good image on my stamped. Now this one's the big one. This one's going to go on the inside. We will be using Memento for that one. But StazOn When you use it, you want to make sure that you keep the plastic guard with it and get the re-inker right away. One of the things about prices are going up on things, and it's going to be cardstock, re-inkers, plates for the Stamp and Cut emboss machine. The price is going up, as well as the plates. So if you need some new plates, stock up. I'm sure the price is not going to be, much more than what they are now. The re-inkers, and I probably already said that, right? There's cardstock, and I can't remember. I mean, I should have written it down, but if you need, but when you buy the StazOn, always buy the re-inker. And actually, with every ink pad, always buy the re-inker. Okay, so first of all, okay, like I said, I'm going to sit down. I got my stamps ready for the sheet, and I take this plastic off right before I stamp. I re-inked it when I designed my card today. So I'm just going to sit for a few minutes, and then I'm going to stand back up. All right. So depends on how big your image is. You can either stamp like this, ink up your stamped image. Okay, so this one goes on the foil. Ooh, I made almost a boo-boo. Good, I am glad I caught myself. I wanted to put these through the Stamp and Cut emboss machine. Just because it's foil, boy, am I glad I looked at my card. I designed this today. One would think that I would remember how I put this thing together. Okay, so actually, this is the first time, no. But I, for the most part, like to stamp my images and then cut them out. But because this is foil, and that this could smear when I put it through the Stamp and Cut emboss machine, I don't want to have that happen. So I might as well stamp my greeting in Memento. Oh boy, joy, joy, joy. All right, and let's see. We are going to use You Make Me Smile. Now, somebody is going to win this card, and so hopefully you have somebody that you can say, hey, you make me smile. And we're going to put that right on there. It's photopolymer, so we're going to let that soak in for just a few seconds and make sure that all the ink went down towards this cardstock. And then we're just going to put that to the side for a second. And we might as well, seeing as how we're stamping with Memento, we might as well do the big guy. Okay, so that one's a lot bigger, so might as well use the same technique as I showed you with the other one. So it doesn't really matter which way you do it, but for me, it's a lot easier to see that I got everything inked up where I want it to be. All right, and also, we're not stamping the whole image on here. I'm actually going to stop right here, and I'm also kind of whacking off some flowers off the edge here. And allow that ink to transfer for a second, and that turned out just nice. I want to make sure that I'm giving everybody space to write their product or words or whatever they want to say. So then might as well continue stamping with that, seeing as how we have that open. Okay, so I'm going to move that over to the side because an open ink pad is an invitation to stamp. Just, throw something there. Okay, so I just want to stamp that. That looks nice. And that is going to go right there. Okay, that is in Moody Mauve. Now, like I said, Moody Mauve is not retiring, but the Designer Series paper, oops, this one I need it to be black. Sorry. See, the ink pad was just sitting right there. I'm talking too much and not concentrating on what I'm doing. Get my Simply Chamois. My Simply Chamois I've cut into 4 just because I had a cat. His name was Lewis. He loved anything that was foamy. Okay, let's just try that. Make sure we got that good. All right. We are going to put that right there. Thanks for being my friend. Now that's a tad bit crooked, but it's handmade. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, so we'll clean that off in a little bit. Now we're going to cut out the, we're going to bring this back in a little bit, but we're going to get the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Now I could do this on the mini, but I don't want to, because I'm going to do 2 things at the same time. And actually, I'm going to do 3 things at the same time on this one, this round. It doesn't really matter. Okay. And then we're going to put the words right there, right in the center. Now, can you see that? I just want to make sure everybody can see. Get that right in the middle. Make it better, actually. All right. So we are going to make that even. And we're going to put that right there. Now we are making the same tag for 3 different colors. But like I said, the idea of stamping on foil, you just want to make sure you are using StazOn and do your die cutting first. Or you can really let it sit. I'm not taking a chance of anything going wrong because, you know, Facebook Live and all. Ooh, boy, did I should have put my little flowers. Okay, we're going to hold that. Come on. There we go. No, 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 no. I'm talking to paper, people. I'm talking to paper. And some flowers. Dang nabbit. Now it doesn't want to go in there at all. Okay. Okay. Static. Okay, now we're holding that little puppy in all the way so it doesn't move. Okay. All right, so we're going to take that out. The hologram flowers. Now, they are attached, but we're going to snip those off. And I'm going to put them on the cardstock so I know where they're at. And I'm going to put my die back on the magnetic sheet that I save. Okay. And I really like the Timeless Arrangement dies because you can see the little X's in there. I think it's very cool. Okay, so then we're going to put that over there. And then we're going to... Boy, I made that really close, didn't I? Okay, so then now the TaylorMade tag is going to go with the other color. I really like the fact that these dies, the TaylorMade tags, came in 2 different designs. And I'll bring them out again once we get done with the cards. And like I said, we're focusing on the retiring products so that if there's something that you like, or maybe it's something that you haven't seen and you're like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. I do need to have that in my collection. That's what I'm here for, is to point that out, because otherwise it's going to be too late. And there's another color of the foil. Brushed. That's what this was called, brushed foil. So it's not so shiny. It's a little duller. This one is the foil, the brushed. Trying to make it so you could see the color, but it's so hard with foil. And then here's the hologram. I think this one is so cool. Okay, so we're putting that down, and we're going to cut that. Okay. And all these, you know, this card could be done with any type of die. You could, you know, as long as you, like I said, if you're doing, you know, it doesn't matter what color foil, you could do it on silver foil. You could certainly do it on gold. And, you know, do something for like a happy anniversary or birthday. Okay, so that's the tailor-made tag die. We're going to take this out of the way. Okay, so now we're going to sit down and we're going to attempt to stamp that image again. But like I said, you want to make sure that you are, number one, you're not touching this as much because it does show your fingerprints. Okay, and then, so we're going to get these inked up, but I want them to have enough time to dry. And so again, I'm going to sit down for a second, get the stays on. I'm going to turn them sideways just because then I could see it better. And there is fuzzy stuff on there. Now, I like to put my plastic covering inside the lid so then I don't accidentally throw it away. Things have been known to happen. And, okay, so this is the one that we started inking up before. All right. I'm going to get out my... Okay, maybe I'll get a baby wipe. I do not want to have ink on my fingers when I touch the foil. All right, so just get a baby wipe and I'll rinse off that stays on off my finger. All right. Okay, so that worked really well. Okay, put that back. Okay, let's try doing that again and not dropping it in my fingers. Okay, so we're ink that image up again. Okay, and this one is going to go on this one right here. A little bit is going off the edge, and that's okay. And it's sticky, okay? And it looks like it's not as dark as it is in the center on the areas there. I mean, you can still see it. I'm not going to try to redo that because that would that would not work out. It's not photopolymer. All right, so then this is a little one. So we will ink that up and we will put that right on here. And you want to make sure that you go straight down and straight up, because otherwise you can ink it up and smear it. All right, next. This reminds me of Queen Anne's lace. When I was in the floral business, we used this a lot. All right. And just straight down and straight back up. Okay, there we go. So now that allows us to clean that or close that up because we're done. When you're done with it, you don't want to leave it hanging out. The StazOn does dry out quicker. That's why you need to buy the re-inker, and that's why that plastic piece is there. All right, so now we are going to move. So that bothers me. I'm wondering if I should just cut another piece and try that again. Okay, we're gonna do that. Talks amongst yourselves. I shall be right back. Let's see, I have to cut another piece of paper. Which color was that? That is the hologram. All right, and there we go. Okay, so there we go. We got another one. All right, got a little. I put some hand lotion on at about 7 o'clock, and it's leaving fingerprints, so I have to wash that off. All right, I had to take off my sweatshirt. I was getting hot. One thing about living on the 3rd floor in an apartment, you know, heat rises, but also I'm at that age where those little hot flashes, man, they can get a little nasty. All right, okay, so we got that one, so we need to get this one back on, and the Memento, I put that back. I mean the StazOn, I meant StazOn. Luckily, we will do that again, and we will make sure that we have a well inked up image in the center. Because, you know, I want somebody to resend this card, and I want it to look good. I don't, you know, if I don't like you, I'd send it out, but you know what? I like you. So, hey, there we go. Much better. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is move this over to the side, because like I said, I want to give these guys enough time to dry so that we could put everything together without smudging stuff. All right, so this side is the wet side, and I am going to take my StazOn cleaner and just spray it a couple times. Now I don't have any water in here, and I'm just going to kind of move it up and down. And then I'm actually going to let it sit there. And then I will wipe it off over here. And then later on, I will use it. I will use my Simply Chamois to clean it off. Okay, so then let's go back to, and actually, I will put these guys on my magnetic sheet because I still need this. Okay. We need a piece. I am so sad that the black gingham is retiring. However, the black and the vanilla is staying around. So we're going to color this using the dark Moody Mauve, and we're going to use the brush tip, and I lay it down like this. And just because we're just laying this and bringing something, because we're going to be doing this again for the tags, it's going to be seen, but we don't need to do both sides on this one because it's just going to be one-sided, and then we're going to attach it and then put it on the inside. But for the parts that are going to be the tails for the, you know, they're going to flip up like this, I will do the 1, 2, we'll just do it this way. We'll make sure that, yeah, so we're going to put the tails on for our tags. And I didn't measure or anything. I just did it by sight. I make up my own words too. I can't speak the normal ones, but I could certainly make up my own. I have friends that say Joy Speak. That's what it's called. All right, I'm going to take a drink. All right, more than just a drink. All right, hopefully everybody had a nice Easter. This dries pretty fast. My husband's been in the hospital since last Tuesday, and so I didn't do anything special for Easter except for